What if I told you that America's most decorated World War II hero was 12 years old in 6th grade when he shipped out to fight in the Pacific? Not 13, not 15, 12. And the wildest part? The story only gets more unbelievable from there. Calvin Graham of Canton, Texas, lied his way into the Navy and became the youngest US serviceman to fight in World War II. But how does a kid who should have been worried about homework end up worrying about Japanese warships? Born during the Great Depression, Graham's mother was widowed and later remarried an abusive stepfather. By 6th grade, he had moved out and was supporting himself selling newspapers and delivering telegrams. When Pearl Harbor was bombed, Calvin Graham didn't see a war, he saw an exit ramp. He started shaving at 11 to look older and practiced speaking in a deep voice. He showed up to his induction at 5'2", 125 pounds, wearing his brother's suit. And somehow, it worked. Graham was sworn into the Navy on August 15, 1942, at 12 years old. He was sent to serve as a gunner aboard the USS South Dakota. Most 12-year-olds are figuring out long division. Calvin Graham was manning a gun on a battleship. He earned a Bronze Star and Purple Heart for his actions during the Naval Battle of Guadalcanal. Taking shrapnel to the face, he still continued helping other sailors. He later recalled, "I took belts off the dead and made tourniquets for the living. It aged me." He was 13 years old. Would you have kept fighting after taking shrapnel to the face at 13, or would you have tapped out? Comment your answer below. While his crewmen were celebrating, his mother called the Navy and reported him. The reward for saving lives in combat? A military prison in Corpus Christi for nearly 3 months. He was released only when his sister threatened to go to the media. The Navy stripped his medals, revoked his disability benefits, and gave him a dishonorable discharge. For a kid who took shrapnel in the face saving grown men's lives. He tried returning to school but dropped out, married young, and struggled for work. Then he fought back, for decades. In 1976, Graham appealed to President Carter. His honorable discharge was granted, his medals reinstated, except the Purple Heart. Not until 1988 did President Reagan sign a bill restoring his full status. Graham received $2,100 for decades of medical debt. He passed away from heart failure at 62. 2 years later, the military returned his Purple Heart to his widow. He never held it again. Calvin Graham lied about his age to serve his country. His country lied to itself about what it owed him. If this story hit you the way it hit me, share it, because Calvin Graham spent 50 years fighting to be remembered. The least we can do is make sure he is.